about the.
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me? It's Rocky and it's Aaron Cheak. He's here.
I like your approach because you're very spontaneous, and like this is where we met. This is like, well, I think we're just waiting in the lights and we just sort of chatted and then started following each other, and that's that. And
just positivity and kindness.
You just connect somehow, and I think you've got that magic to do that, you know?
Yeah, I truly believe in kindness and just natural, like, it doesn't matter who I was or who you were, it's just a matter of like now and later. I give trust in advance, like I give them trust before they give me trust. I'll wait for you in that place, like if you don't show up, that's fine, I enjoy the time anyway. Here, coffee selfies and food selfies is one of the best things. Like you never get the best flowers everywhere, they do.
That is pretty impressive.
Yeah. So, and then I've been curious, you know, I've been like searching you out on Facebook, social media, and that's where everything goes, right? Like you search where would you search a person? First you go on Google, you search their name, and then like social media accounts coming up.
Yeah, they got the good SEO, so Facebook.
And they do the SEO, like sort of, you like have the account, and the SEO is kind of automatically done for you, unless you want to go.
Yeah, Facebook and Twitter really get up there.
In Twitter, like you write sentences and people can search them up, and this is the guy who wrote that. It's good. So I search you up and I look you up and I say, oh, that's interesting what he's doing. I see a bunch of people like commenting on your feeds and like. So how would you kind of describe yourself? Like, what is this that you do? Like, you're a doctor.
Yeah, I guess I started out as an academic and a scholar. I was researching history of alchemy.
Yes.
And yeah, eventually completed a PhD on alchemy, essentially. But on the other side of the PhD, I mean, the arts and humanities, and especially with an obscure topic like alchemy, there's not a lot of jobs in academia.
Oh yes.
And also. And if there are, they're highly competitive. But I enjoy researching and writing and publishing, you know, it's like, so I thought eventually that, I just started my own press eventually. I was working on publications independently, and then I started my own press about 4 years ago.
Oh yeah.
4, maybe 5 years ago.
The Rubedo press, yeah?
And it's a small press, but it's growing slowly. And
yes.
But it enables me to really just have the independence to do what I want, to put out the publications I want, also to curate other people's publications.
Yes.
And because I guess over the years, as a scholar, I've had a lot of colleagues, and I'm always in touch with people doing interesting research.
Yeah.
I want to be able to bring them on board and give them a platform to, you know.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting the stuff, the research that they do. It's one of the guys called it like novelty, right? And there's so much novelty in it.
Yeah.
Like
it's very niche. It's very
it's a niche, and it hits you somewhere in the brain, and you're like, oh my god, like a quote that you can put on, like a quote. Like I this morning put something, like I did research, like looked you up today again. I'm like, oh, I'm meeting with Aaron, and like, oh, what is he doing? And again, a little bit in depth, and I'm like, oh, this nice quote about the guy. I forgot his name, but I put on my daily story, and then someone's like, yo, bro, thanks so much for that upload. You made my day. And they're like,
really?
Yeah, just like that. And I had nothing in my stories, and just that thing. That's the quote. The only journey is the one within.
Okay.
But the guy is one of your guys. You're talking about that field what you're working on, and it's kind of like a niche, but in some ways like hits someone in the brain so much.
I think I get into like a lot of obscure thinkers and philosophers.
Yeah.
I guess the vein I'm really trying to tap is that sense of profound wisdom. You know, that's something that, like you said, it strikes you in the brain, or it hits you in the heart, and it's a transformative knowledge. You know,
transformative. Yeah.
It gives you a sense of that. It taps into like, what is the meaning of life, and what is my purpose?
Yeah.
What does it mean to be? Well, you know, the big questions in life. It's like, well, what is it that taps into that, you know, and really helps answer those questions.
Yeah, yeah. Like I've been like traveling 2 years ago a lot. What's that? Oh, Hermetic.
It's a book I published last year.
Wow.
Hermetic Recreations.
Hermetic Recreations.
So
Amazing.
I don't know, you might get some nice quotes out of it.
Wow. And look like the fonts and all that stuff. Like you love typography.
Yeah. I do a lot of design and layout and typography myself. So.
And that's what.
So I used to be an artist when I was young.
Yeah.
I did art before I did anything else, and then I kind of abandoned it for a long time.
Abandoned.
Art.
Yeah.
And so I've always felt the need to come back to art, and I guess design and the design work I do is my way of getting back into art.
Getting back, and you pull it back somewhere from that spot in your mind where it's been sitting, and you just, oh, I have a project now, and it comes like that, right? Like.
Yeah, it's funny in life how you do certain things, but they're not really, maybe not what you think you're meant to be doing, but you're developing the skills that you're going to need for a project that you don't even know about.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the project comes along, and then you end up like either Googling hundreds of things so you could learn, and the stuff that you probably got, like went back in the days, strengthening along somehow. Like, I think, is this what you're pointing out? Like,
kind of, yeah. It's kind of like in life, like you might have 10 different jobs before you get to your real calling, your real profession. And some people think that those are just a waste of time until you get what you want, but it's like, no, you're learning each job or each thing you do teaches you a skill that you don't really know you need it yet, but you need it when you find your true calling. You realize that, oh, well, when I was doing art, I needed those skills because I'm doing design now, and I'm doing, maybe when I worked at a corporate job doing document editing, you know, I needed those skills because it taught me a lot to do.
Yes.
You know, so you're kind of gathering all the skills you need. I think if you're in the right path, the things come to you, even though you don't know what they're for.
Yeah.
So you gather them, and then the opportunity comes, and they all come into place.
So true. It's kind of like driving. Like you have to go place, grab the keys. So automatically, everything, your hands and legs working out. You're doing it already because you remember it's a project.
Yeah, it's unconscious.
And so true. Like, thanks for that. It's lovely. I'll definitely check into that. Are you on Amazon or
it's on Amazon.
distributing on Amazon as well?
Yeah, most of the books on Amazon.
Nice, eh?
Unless they're limited editions.
That's pretty good, eh? Amazon is big.
Amazon's important.
Yeah, it allows you to get that self-publishing stuff.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, like the reason I do all this, like I go with the camera by myself and do whatever I want, literally, like because you are doing whatever you want after a while, and I so much believe into that. Like you go do 5-6 different jobs, and then you go start some venture or go by yourself, and things are coming along, and you know that's where you go for the calling. I remember I've been doing lots of these hikes, and then I tune into your posts and got as well inspired by some things you've written down. So I'm like thinking in my head, so many people would be like just looking once, and they don't need to like research so much. All can come from one post or one image with art, and then it's like, where is this guy? And then they start digging. Like a friend of mine the other day, he posted one thing, and then like someone liked all of his feeds everywhere in all the social accounts, like in a scary way. And it gives you like the thought like, oh, I should put more stuff out. I should write another book. I should make another video or another show. So then these guys will be kind of happy. I could answer to their needs.
I think it's nice when you know that your work is actually touching people or making having a meaningful impact. Like, because I do a lot of obscure stuff like this, but every now and then I'll get an email from someone and they're like sort of thanking me for the work I do. And it might just be an article I've got online and it's free, you know, or it might be a book I've published, but every now and then someone writes and they're really appreciative, and that you know, it makes a difference.
And you're getting the feedback. And that feedback loop, it gets you, I guess, going. and in addition to some inner drive as well.
Yeah, I think I have enough inner drive, but it's nice to know that there's an external feedback, that you're doing something right.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
So what are you doing with yourself? Yeah, like at the moment you're working on a lot of media-related stuff, and
yeah, so I'm really kind of now with my business. It's called Novimedianz. So I market individuals, like you're an individual. I market businesses in the time of today. So what is the time of today is everything that people use now. Like there's an app people like it's all Facebook and Instagram nowadays. Like Facebook, Instagram, you like Twitter. So I'm in that space. I was sitting down in a restaurant with a customer when I was selling press newspaper ads. I felt like, gosh, this is not my calling. Like you mentioned, it's, you meet your calling. And I'm like, I'm taking the money, I get paid. Back in the days I was like also single and I was going out on the weekends, kind of serve the cause. And then like, what else do I want in life? And this guy is not getting the best. I know inside that he's not getting the best. He's just spent 10 grand and it's like all is gonna go on paper. And I can't promise that all of the views for his business is gonna go on that paper. So I walked home and I started research like what's on. So then I looked at Facebook and Instagram and all the ads and all that space and content nature. So I've been absorbing it 3 years ago, and it just hit me last year when we went on Philippines. In Philippines, my partner's family gave me all the kind of the love and support. Like I'm the best. Like I say whatever I want. I go with the camera. Everyone is happy all the time around me. And then I had this time when I had freedom. There's no corporate need, Rocky, push targets, reach your targets and blah blah, stress, all that stuff. So I get this freedom, this free space, like this. So I promoted the first business was a hair salon in Philippines, and I did it really nice, and they like it, and they said, oh, send the video to us, and they really like it. So from then I started doing like drone videos and combined content and things like that. And also myself as a narrator, as a speaker, and I talk in the videos and I like present the situation. And from there I founded Novimedia, which has been good. Yeah, I'm taking the showmanship of the freedom of the social world and just putting it on people. Just like I don't need to go to the TV to ask them, hey, can you do this TV show? Like I literally believe you can do it yourself. Like you turn the camera on, you bring the people, the connections that you like, that's the other people will like, and you show it to the world.
The attention span now is short.
Exactly. There's no room for 10-minute video. There's room a little bit for 2 minutes, and all that. This field is as well a bit obscure, not obscure. It's kind of like every time I test something new. Star power video, like star power. You're the star now of your business, so you can take it to a place where you tell a reality show. Monday I did this, Friday I did this, and then there's one episode. And then run your business or meeting with some potential people around, and there's a story around. So that brings you alive. It's like that article or like that publication, that touches someone's heart. So same thing trying to do in a video. It's marketing the things around. I'm good at marketing.
I think a lot of people don't have the connections. They might have a good product or a good service, but they don't have the connections to get it visible.
The sizzle, right?
Yeah, well, there's that too. But I guess because I've had probably for 10 years or more, I had a lot of, as a scholar, I was building a lot of contacts with people in the academic world, but also in the more esoteric world and philosophy.
That's very interesting, by the way.
So I was always gathering, because what I do is different, and I've always felt different. So I always gathered people that I felt were like-minded. And,
yes.
I gathered my own kind of community.
Community.
And it wasn't for marketing. It was just like I'm just connecting with people that I have an affinity with.
Yeah.
And then now, and by the time I got to the point where I started my own press, I already had like a solid network of people that I could. So when I release something, it's like, well, there's already a market of people that are really tapped into what that is, and it's small, but it's like a cult following.
Yes.
I mean, it's not huge, but everyone's kind of passionate.
Yes.
And then from that core, it can sort of grow.
It's good.
So, but I think a lot of people don't necessarily have that when they start a business or a project, and they don't have that network.
I believe in that. Yeah, it's so about people.
Which is what you come into, kind of you show them the world.
Yeah, like I believe so much in people. Like I buy in people. Like I think people is the number one product. Like, because I was working in sales and I was working in in B2B, like the corporate, and kind of so yeah. I kind of like said, oh, what do I have to do to become like to be like more kind? So yeah, it's all about like those connections, and I guess like if you're not good with people, if you don't wanna do connections, like you just can do other things. Like so apparently what I did has been contributing, because I needed like call people along, so then I'll figure out how to do this stuff, how to be nice to them, and how to always smile, and always that, because someone can pick up on your body language too. Some kind of everywhere I go I smile and I like feel good. Now you have obviously everyone has the marketing of themselves and their niche. Like your community is type of your followers that is unique to you. It's called like a tribe. Some people call it a tribe, and you have like a bunch of different tribes. You have those like high-tech guys, like you have this your cult following. How like definitely out of 7 billion people now, there's so much of these guys that can come to you in so many quantities. So what would you think is your best approach from your perspective, like to reach out to people, like reach out to expand your business to the ears of more visitors or more viewers on your art, your site, your publication? What do you think is the best working for you, and like looking in 2018, 19?
Kind of, I guess transitioning slightly from publishing. There's works that I love just in and of themselves, like books or projects that stimulate me personally, and usually those works stimulate other people too, but they're usually pretty specialized or a little bit too dense for average people. There's a lot of people, I find that a lot of people want the kind of knowledge that I explore, but the form that I have it in is too dense, and it's just too much.
Yes.
So they need some kind of mediation, not simplified or dumbed down, because that's not
repackaged versions.
I just want it accessible.
Yeah.
In an accessible form. And that's something I'm starting to move towards more. But some authors are already doing that really well. I'm just publishing a book at the moment on the astrology of the ancient world, so it's like the astrology that's practiced in Greek or Roman times, which is very different from modern astrology. But this woman has been, she's been teaching this for like 20, 30 years. And she's already got a huge following. But she's sort of taking all these old Greek texts, she's translated them herself, and then she's just putting that out in like a practical how to do it form, like how do I practice this, how do I apply it. I think, at least in my own work too, I'm transitioning from being more of like a scholar to speaking more from experience, like my own experience. So I'm exploring a lot of philosophical stuff and esoteric, mystical stuff. And that's fine and I can do that as a scholar. I'm good at that as a scholar, but when I speak more from my own experience, my own mystical experience, my own lived reality, I think it has more impact, because it's coming from, it's not just speculation, it's like someone's lived experience. And I think that voice has more blood, it has more of a pulse, it connects to people more. The language you use to describe it has more, the senses are alive,
It makes
it's got fire, it's got water, and it's
fire and water. It's like
it's more tangible, So I think, at least for my own work, I'm trying to transition more to that form of expression, which literally touches people. The words evoke the senses inside people's imaginations. Which academic language doesn't do. People often read academic texts and they're like,
or something overused. overused terms or a slang. Slang is it's overused.
So it has to become more poetic, but not in a effective way, but in a way that really taps the vein.
Yeah.
So
it's powerful.
I think that's I guess having more authenticity and quality in your content.
And it comes within yourself. Like you're one out of, I don't know, trillions of souls. Like someone written, a brain scientist written that our brains is actually, there's much more cells than there's stars in the universe, something like that. And people still haven't figured out how many are still there.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're so unique, like, and you're not a chance, you actually planned by the universe somehow. That's how we explained.
Yeah.
So if that comes from in you and not others who already lived, obviously we lived like 2,000 years since we started, and we're millions before us, right?
Yeah, you have to be true to yourself.
Take the voice out.
And you got to find your own authenticity. What it really is that is you, that the universe wants to express through you. And the more true you are to that, the more response you're going to get, I think.
Talk about that. Talk about you're like kind of a vessel. You're kind of that vessel, right?
Yeah,
like
it's the alchemical vessel. You are the vessel where the great work happens, and the great work is your life in a way, and your being, and your psyche, your soul. That's what's being perfected, and that's what's evolving towards its perfection. You know, and alchemy is not just something that happens in a laboratory. It's something that it happens in life.
Yeah.
Life is really the great laboratory of the alchemical perfection.
Yeah. In your days when you were employed by others, there's an assumption out there in the world that people like blame the boss, blame the job and all that stuff. But in some wise people who like finished that and went by their own, they say like, hey, I feel like my actual talents were literally blocked because I did the daily job, but then I didn't tap into myself enough. So when I got freed from that space, that working for others, they had like enough time to reflect on themselves and then like go and do the business.
I think it too.
How do you think about that?
Yeah, because whenever I worked with someone else, I always felt, sometimes I got jobs that were kind of leaning more towards what I want to do, but you're still working for someone else, and I always just felt a sense of frustration. Like I want my own freedom. I had a strong sense I need my own freedom and time to actually work on what I know I need to work on. And I think over time, now that I've had some years of being fairly free to do exclusively what I want, I think it's a matter of having the confidence to step out. Because when I was just at university or after, I was always looking for someone else to give me the opportunity, to give me the perfect job, right?
Oh yeah, looking for that permission.
For someone to like a patron to go, hey, I'm going to give you money to do whatever you want, basically.
Yes.
Not quite, but that was like looking to someone else to provide the freedom.
Yes.
For you and the resources. And I guess I realize now that what could happen, it might happen, but it's very unlikely to happen.
Yeah,
so you have to be that person. You have to be the person that gives yourself that opportunity. It's a risk, it's a leap, because there's no financial security. When you take that leap,
yes,
unless you're independently wealthy or something. You have to have faith in what you're doing. You have to take that leap over the abyss. And it's like if you've got a small seed and you have the faith that it's going to grow into a great tree.
Yeah.
But you have to know that you have to have that faith in it.
Yes.
You have to know the quality of that seed. That's going to, and you've got what it takes to nurture it.
Yeah, it's valuable. Like you have to figure the things out, right? In that seed. I guess people know how to do the money and to hire employees. They already figured that out on their terms. Yeah. Now it's like your turn. Like you have that seed. Yeah. Just figure.
Yeah, but I think it's also just going. Instead of looking for others to give you the opportunity, you have to just take that risk and take that leap of faith. So, and if I'd known that, it took me a while to get to that point, but if I'd known that 10 years earlier, I might have done things differently. But I wouldn't have had a PhD behind me, and that helps. Doing what I do, having a PhD.
Yes.
It adds a certain amount of clout or a sense of respect.
Yes. It adds to the marketing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's nice having letters after your name. It's not that I inherently think that's. There's a lot of people with PhDs that are very average minds, and they're not really remarkable people or thinkers, but still, it has a social effect. People notice it. And
it has this social dynamics world. It adds a layer. Yeah, definitely.
People think you're an authority,
and
whether or maybe or not.
And that has the benefits, but you're in 2018-19 and you're that person where you literally understand the world and you understand how people respond now. So I think you're kind of, you seem to me like you're kind of grateful, and you're also like, even if you have those titles, like you speak like a normal person, right? So and that's what people kind of see nowadays. Versus in the past would be like, oh, I have a title, talk to my secretary, like blah blah, stuff like that nature. It's like old school. But now we're like, oh yeah, like down to earth. I guess that's how people call it. So if you could ask the audience the question of the day towards them, what would be the question that you ask them?
Yeah. Okay. So I would ask, can you live in a spirit of primordial trust? Can you live life like you're leaping into the abyss, but you trust that something will be there to support you, something will be there to catch you?
Nice.
So it's a leap of faith. Can you live life like a leap of faith?
And trust that everything else will work out.
Trust that the universe, will be there to catch you and support you.
So go for it. You want to go to that darkness? Go for it, and it will happen to you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for that. Thanks for watching the Novimedianz show. You keep telling the stories and we will share them.